Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain and I am your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 79 of our trek, and the past 2 days we've explored how to perform random acts of kindness each day, because each day is unique and we will never have a second chance to live that day. Today we want to focus on the 10 trails to overcoming complaining. We are recording our podcast from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. As we start out on life's trek for another week, with its uphill slopes and downward paths, let us be resolute to make the most of every situation that we face. We may encounter smooth trails or rough, but regardless, we have a destination to reach for this week, and that is to make a positive impact on everyone that we meet. The destination is never as exciting or important as the journey itself. It is on the daily journey that we are creating and building the living legacy that will last for eternity. Let's make it a great journey. As we set out on our trail today, we run into a very rough trail that is narrow and scattered with rocks and loose dirt. It makes getting solid footing very difficult, but we must continue on our 20-mile hike for today. It certainly will be difficult. Under these adverse conditions, it's very easy for each of us to start complaining and grumbling. We are all tempted to do so in life. We have to ask ourselves, though, is this grumbling and complaining going to help us along our trek today? This reminds me of a time about 35 years ago where Paula and I would pick up an elderly lady, Mrs. Bourne, every Sunday and take her to church. She was right on the way, and it was very convenient for us and her. She was significantly crippled with arthritis, and it was difficult for her to walk or even get into the car, but she faithfully attended each week. We would ask her how she was doing each time we picked her up, and she would go on how difficult it was to get around and talk about her husband who had died many years before, but she would always end her story with, "I'm not complaining, mind ya." Paul and I still jokingly use that phrase when we catch ourselves grumbling or complaining about something, and as with most complaining, it's usually over something quite trivial. Certainly complaining and grumbling is as old as mankind itself. One of the greatest leaders of all time, Moses, had to deal with a nation of complainers as they trekked through the wilderness for over 40 years because of their lack of belief that God would take care of them. This was the case with the children of Israel, as indicated in Exodus chapter 16, verses 6 through 8, when they were complaining about Moses and his leadership and then the lack of food and water. And the passage reads like this. So Moses and Aaron said to all the people of Israel, "By evening you will realize it was the Lord who brought you out of the land of Egypt. In the morning you will see the glory of the Lord, because he has heard your complaints, which are against him, not against us. What have we done that you should complain against us?" Then Moses added, "The Lord will give you meat to eat in the evening and bread to satisfy you in the morning, for he has heard all your complaints against him." What have we done? Yes, your complaints are against the Lord, not against us. If we are really honest with ourselves, when we find ourselves complaining, we are no different than the Hebrew nation and are actually complaining against God because we feel that our lot in life is unfair, which also shows a lack of faith on our part. So as we continue on our rough trail today, let's look at 10 attitude adjustments that we need to make in our thinking. When you choose to change your attitude, you switch from thinking from a defeatist mentality to one of achievement. Achievers have a can-do attitude that sets them apart from the complainers. Achievers are sold out to the accomplishment and success, no matter what the obstacles, and they are willing to put forth the effort and to pay the price for that success. So here are 10 milestones you can reach on your trek today that will allow you to turn your attitude from complaining to an attitude of accomplishment, or a can-do. Milestone number 1, overcome helplessness with solutions. Can-do people aggressively pursue solutions and, in the process, uncover creative solutions others never even try to find. Rather than wallowing in helplessness, can-do people search diligently to overcome the obstacles in front of them. Milestone number 2, take responsibility and then take action. Can-do people are fearless. They go straight to the source of their solution. Their very effort commands attention as they wrestle problems to the ground with expediency. They don't wait, they initiate. Milestone number 3, live in a no-complaining zone. Can-do people abstain from complaining. They recognize the futility and guard their minds and mouths against indulging in such time-wasting activity. Milestone number 4, look through the eyes of others. Can-do people empathize with others. They attempt to see any predicament from the other person's perspective in order to make the best decisions. Milestone number 5, embrace and grow your passion. Can-do people are immune to burnout. They love what they do because they've learned how to fuel the fire that keeps them moving. The prize is not given to the person who is the smartest, nor the person with the advantages in resources or position, but to the person with passion and persistence. Milestone number 6. Hike that second mile. Can-do people exceed expectations. While others settle for an acceptable solution, they aren't satisfied until they have achieved the unimagined. They set expectations for themselves higher than what is dictated by people or the situations around them. Milestone number 7. Remove the shackles and then take action. Can-do people take action. While others are crippled by worry, fear, and anxiety, they have the fortitude to press forward. That perfect moment when all is safe and assured may never arrive, so why wait for it? Milestone number 8. Continually pivot. Can-do people can adjust to change. They don't get caught complaining about the unexpected curve on the trail. They accept transition with optimistic outlook. Milestone number 9. Don't quit until it's finished. Can-do people not only initiate, they finish. They are self-starters and self-finishers. They stick with the process and have the capacity to finish the job. And milestone number 10. Expect results based on commitment. If you make an all-out commitment with a can-do attitude, expect a return. Passionate commitment is contagious, and resources follow resolve. Committed individuals will reap rewards and find open doors as others are drawn to the excitement and energy emanating from them. Now on our trek of life, we need to put away the excuses and complaining. When we complain, it shows a lack of faith in our life. A faith without works, which is a dead faith. Instead of being a complainer or a can't-do person, be a can-do person of accomplishment. And take to heart the exhortation the Apostle Paul wrote in his letter to the church at Philippi in chapters 2, verse 13 through 15. For God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases Him. Do everything without complaining or arguing, so that no one can criticize you. Live clean, innocent lives as children of God, shining like bright lights in a world full of crooked and perverse people. Well, that'll finish our podcast for today. If you've missed any of our previous podcasts, please check out Wisdom Trek at iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, YouTube, or on wisdom-trek.com. And tomorrow, we will take the 6 trails to overcome mediocrity. So please join us at our camp tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. And if you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, these nuggets we consume, I encourage you to take the time to invest in yourself in the following 3 ways. First, invest with a little of your time by improving Wisdom Trek by leaving your name, your email address, and a comment at the website so we can provide you with the wisdom and insights that best fit your needs. Number 2, invest in yourself by listening each day to the 7 minutes of wisdom through Wisdom Trek. And the best way to do this is to subscribe at iTunes or Stitcher so it's downloaded to you automatically each day. And 3, invest in the life of others that you care about by sharing with your family and friends, either in person or online, to join us on our Wisdom Trek each day. If you haven't done so before, please leave a review and rating at iTunes or Stitcher so that we'll gain exposure to others and they can join us on our Wisdom Trek. The journal for the podcast can be found at wisdom-trek.com, where we also have pictures, tweetable quotes, wisdom nuggets, and free resources. And thank you for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, your friend as I serve you through this Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. And as we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.